Hola, clase de Español 1. Es tiempo de hacer el vocabulario y gramática 9.2. 9.2. Commenting on clothing. This is going to be a lot of different ways that you could take this. Some of them will have to do with like the fabric that it's made out of, sometimes the pattern of the fabric as well, and some of the other different things. This is just a very light introduction to those sorts of things. Let's go ahead and begin. De algodón means made of cotton. Algodón. Amarillo is yellow. Anaranjado is orange. Blanco is white. Blanco. Los blue jeans, a very difficult one. Blue jeans. La blusa is a blouse. Las botas are boots. Los calcetines are socks. La camisa is a shirt. La chaqueta is a jacket. El cinturón is a belt. You may have noticed that a lot of these might look kind of familiar. They're what we call cognates. They look familiar or in some way related in both languages. Even this one, el cinturón, it doesn't look anything like the word belt, but if you think about it's used to sort of cinch your pants up like that. All right, so that's a good way to try to remember it. That makes it more of a cognate for you. So el cinturón. Cómodo means comfortable. Cuesta, it costs. De cuadros is plaid, like of squares, literal translation for that. De cuero means made of leather. La falda is a skirt. Gris is gray. De lana means made of wool. Lana is wool. Llevar is to wear. Lo de siempre, like always, or the usual. Morado is purple. Los pantalones cortos are the pants short, or shorts. Pardo is brown. De rayas is striped. Rojo is red. Las sandalias are sandals. De seda is made of silk. El suéter is the sweater. El traje, the suit. El traje de baño is a swimsuit. El vestido is a dress. Y los zapatos are shoes. Los zapatos. There's a few other expressions that we're going to use more in class. Barato is cheaper and expensive. Caro is expensive. Más que is more than. Menos que is less than. Menos que. Son del mismo precio, they're the same price. And tan como, which means same as. The literal translation is as, but we'll get more into that as we discuss some of those sentence structures next week. Okay, so that's it for your vocabulary. Now for the grammar side of things, here we go. This will be us, right? Very good. So first up, just a couple slides here. First one has to do with telling what fabric or material is made of. We've kind of already seen a preview of this from our vocabulary already. So in earlier lessons, you used ser to describe people and things and to tell where someone is from. Well, the formula es or son plus de, and then a material is used to tell what something is made of. Now, if we're saying where someone is from, we would use the same thing, and then we give like a location or a city or something like that. In this case, use a material pattern and tells us something is made of. Example, el suéter es de lana. The sweater is of wool, or it's a wool sweater. Son de cuero tus botas? They are of leather. Your boots are those leather boots? Would be another way that we would probably say it in English. But that is the process. That is the sentence structure for this. A conjugation of ser plus de plus the exact pattern. Sorry about that. Got a little glitchy there for a moment. Let's try it again here. Last item. Here we go. So making comparisons. You might recall in the vocabulary we had like más que, menos que, tan como, and so on. So to make these comparisons with adjectives in Spanish, use these formulas. You have Más plus some sort of an adjective plus que. So if I want to say more expensive than, I'd say tan, or I'd say más caro como. If I want to say less expensive than, I would say menos caro que. If I wanted to say as expensive as, then I would say tan caro como. So those are just, I just used expensive as an example, but you can use that for any, it works for any kind of adjective at all. The adjective does have to agree in gender and number with the item that it describes. So if I want to use the word pretty and I'm describing the word blanca, that is going to, still getting a little glitchy here, sorry about that. Okay, la camisa blanca es más bonita que. So camisa is agreeing with bonita. I made this feminine and singular because this was feminine and singular. Another example, las sandalias son menos cómodas que los zapatos de tenis, all right? So the sandals are less comfortable than the tennis shoes. In this case, the comfortable has to agree with sandals, which is feminine and plural. Same thing. El cinturón es tan barato como la corbata. So in this case, el cinturón is masculine and singular, so therefore barato must be made masculine and singular as well. So those are just some examples. Some of you might be interested in doing some extra credit. So here is your possible extra credits if you choose to do it. On a note card, write 5 sentences that make comparisons. 5 sentences that are like these, but not these. So I'd like you to make sure that they agree. Use más que, menos que, and tan como, at least 1 each, and then 2 more, whichever you like. But basically 5 total comparative statements using current vocabulary or focusing on current vocabulary and make them complete and rich sentences, both in Spanish and also give me their English translation as well. Show that to me at the beginning of class when we come back, and all will be well. I hope that this is helpful for you. Again, if there are any questions that come about as a result of this, feel free to email or come up and see me during class. Chao, hasta luego, y adios.